All right, well, welcome to Church Folk in the Cafe Getting Coffee. I'm Pastor Daniel, and you definitely know Pastor Janet. Janet, we're so thankful that you're here. We want folks to get to know you, even though you've been here for a very long time. How many years?
14.
14 years under
14
appointment
years.
as one of our pastors.
Yes.
So, but I bet there are going to be
time.
some things today that you learned about Janet that you did not know. So we're going to start it off with some fun. Round one. Janet, how'd you get your name?
I got my name from a first grade reader.
Okay.
It was called Jack and Janet.
Okay.
My older brother was named Jack,
Uh-huh.
so he named me Janet.
Oh, nice.
That's how I got my name.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
Aren't you glad that it wasn't some other reader?
Some really, well, you know, I got,
strange one.
my first pastor called me Jill forever
okay.
because he thought he had figured that one out, Jack and Jill.
Yes.
So I avoided him.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, do you have any nicknames?
That same brother called me Pooh Bear.
Okay.
It was Pooh
We
Bear.
put a little disclaimer on here. That does not give you all permission to call Pastor Janet Pooh Bear.
But yes, he did. He called me Pooh Bear, so my dad picked up on that, and I had a lot of Pooh Bear things in
All
my
right.
life. Mm-hmm.
Now, tell me about your family. Tell me about your family you were raised with. Tell me about your family now.
Okay, the family I was raised with, everybody came from Fort Worth. My parents both came from Fort Worth.
Okay.
They had my older brother and then moved to Colorado City, Texas, and then they had me 8 years later. And then my younger brother is 6 years younger than I am, so there's 14
Jack, Janet,
years.
and
Jim.
Jim. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that another first grade reader or?
No, that was my uncle and my grandfather's name.
Okay,
So
cool.
yeah,
All
he's
right.
a James Thomas.
And now you're married. You got kids.
I'm married, have kids. I've got Sarah and Maggie. Sarah's 24, Maggie's 21. And then James, who is an attorney here locally and is also the guy that makes your coffee in the morning.
That's right.
Yeah.
Attorney at law and barista extraordinaire.
Yes, trained early.
And donut provider.
Yes, yes.
So thank you
Y'all love him.
on behalf of my children and
Yes.
many others.
He-
Speaking of coffee, what's your favorite hot drink?
My favorite hot drink is coffee.
Any particular type?
Cafe Americano.
Favorite Americano. All right.
Yeah, mostly decaf.
They call it Americano because mostly in Europe and other places they drip some espresso in there, but we water it down.
We add a
With
little
our
hot
drip.
water.
We water it down, so we
Mhm.
put a little hot water
And
in
a
there.
little, yeah.
When I
vanilla
lived in
syrup.
Spain for 4.5 months, I had to get used to that.
Yeah.
I wanted coffee, otherwise I was
Yeah.
going to get a black thing of sludge.
You get this little sludge and then this little thing of cream as much as the coffee and
Right.
then a whole cube of sugar.
There you go. Yeah,
It's the best.
for sure.
It's the best.
What about cold drink?
Cold drink, Diet Coke.
Okay, that's really bad for us.
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it? But
super bad for you,
Coke
but
Zero
that's
for me, but you
what
know,
I
whatever.
love.
What's your favorite kind of music?
Favorite kind of music? I like country right now. I like
Really?
the story. I
Okay.
like a good story in my song, you know?
You have other stories besides she cheated on me, he got drunk?
Yeah, there's all of that.
There's other ones though.
Yeah, you know, just the happily ever after
Okay,
ones. I like
okay,
those.
good. Yeah,
I like
yeah.
those happily ever after
Yeah, me
ones.
too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
are good.
Yeah.
What was the last movie that you saw in the theater?
Top Gun 2.
Okay.
Now, I don't know how Cruise stays like young. I don't know.
It's a secret that only
Other people
other
know about.
people that he hangs out with know. I don't want to go off on that.
No, we're not going
How
off
about
on
a TV show? Do you guys watch? Y'all watch TV? Do y'all stream some shows?
that. We watch a lot of Astros.
Okay.
We are big
Yeah.
Astros fans. Like
You got like
Astros
trash
all the
cans
way.
all around the house. You're slamming them to
Bang, bang,
give
bang.
each other
It's
symbols.
a fastball.
There you go.
It's a yeah.
All
It's
right.
a sinker.
So mostly some Astros.
Yeah,
Let's go Stros.
yeah. We and track and field.
Cool.
Strangely,
Awesome.
yeah.
That's great. What is your favorite book? I know you're a reader. You have a favorite fiction book, or it could be nonfiction.
My favorite book. I read a lot.
I know you do.
I read a lot.
Okay, well, how about one that you really like?
I think I love the cost of discipleship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bonhoeffer, the way he says you should put Christ between you and every other person and just see them through Christ's eyes. Just very powerful.
That's a
very
beautiful book. It's short, too.
So it's short. So
not hard to read and pick that one up.
And it's a really great reminder of where your heart should be.
So, watching Astros, reading, what other hobbies do you have that you do or ways that you like to recharge?
I do a lot of writing.
Okay.
I love to write.
Yeah.
I journal. Every now and then I'll get off. I'm like, I'm going to be the next great American novelist. And then I get to like chapter 2 and yeah. Oh yeah, I got plenty of time. I'll do that when I retire.
Lots of you could do a lot of short stories that are the first chapters of all your novels.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You guys travel. Where's the farthest place you've ever traveled?
Israel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Israel's the farthest.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Highly recommend it.
Yeah,
oh my
when
gosh.
Did you go when
we went with
Jeff went?
Yeah, we went with Jeff.
A couple years ago. Mm-hmm. Awesome.
I'm looking forward to the next one.
October 2023.
Right.
Shoot me an email.
Little plug there.
We'd love for you to come.
Right.
What's your favorite type of food?
I love carbs.
Okay.
All carbs.
Well, I think you can probably get those most places.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It can be baked. It can be pasta. It can be
I got you.
rolls. Yeah, carbs.
You have a favorite Conroe area restaurant?
I like Vernon's Barbecue.
Yeah?
I really do. We
got one of our staff members' kids is working there, so that's fun.
Yeah, it is fun. You go on Thursday, you make fun of the kid, you get some good barbecue.
Claire's got a peanut allergy, so we can never go there as a family.
Oh, man.
'Cause everything's fried in peanut oil, but
right?
I like to go there on my own. It's really good.
It's yummy.
If you had to have a meal, if you had the opportunity, not had to have, but if you had the opportunity to have a meal with 3 people, living or dead, who would join you around the table?
Dead. Oh, well, let's see. This is going to sound strange, but I'm a real Carl Jung fan. Okay.
All right.
I just like the archetypal understanding of things.
Okay.
So I like that. And I would wonder, just because I'm a brainiac, what Albert Einstein would do with that.
Okay.
All
right, well, there's
Would there be a theory of philosophical relativity?
Yeah.
And when I was in high school, they asked me this, and I said Ralph Waldo Emerson.
This is a very, very deep conversation happening at your table.
I know.
A big plate of carbs.
Could I? Yeah, big carbs, and maybe William James. I'd have to have him in there too.
All right, there you go. Do you use social media? You connect with folks that way?
I like on Facebook.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's about it.
All right,
yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
And do you have some apps on your phone that you really can't do without?
My Peloton app.
Yeah?
I love my Peloton app and my Virgin Pulse app. They keep me
fit.
Keep me
you
honest.
walking.
I don't know about that.
Well, at least
there's nothing
maybe keep
fit
you.
Here,
well, I don't know about that. Keep you motivated.
It's the attempt. Yes.
Yeah, I got you.
Yes, it's the illusion.
It's the thought that counts.
It's the illusion of being fit.
Would you sing at a karaoke night?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a go-to song?
No.
All right. Cool. Would you rather have a fast forward, a pause, or a rewind button on your life?
Oh my gosh. A fast forward, pause, or rewind. I think the best is coming.
Okay.
I really do.
Good.
I don't want to rush it.
Right.
I don't want to rush it, but I do think the best is coming.
I like that attitude. That's
Yeah.
good. Well, cheers, round 1.
Round 1, just round 1. What?
Tell me about your coffee cup. You got the Sermonator,
The Sermonator. Yes, my husband for my birthday gave me this lovely cup. He also gave me a shirt that says, "Warning, Pastor, anything you do or say."
Could be used at a sermon.
Yes,
That's awesome.
yes.
All right, so tell me your history in the church. Did you always grow up in the church, or did you become a Christian later in life?
I've always been in the church.
Okay.
Always the Methodist church.
Okay.
The story goes that when I was born like on a Thursday, and on Sunday my dad went to church and there was a sign in the nursery door that said, "Welcome to Janet."
Oh, nice.
And they were waiting for
Oh,
me.
that's so sweet.
Yeah,
That's so
so
sweet.
I've been in the Methodist church.
Yeah, they were ready for you, huh?
They were ready. They were ready.
That's great. And do you have a favorite book of the Bible?
There's so many good books in
There's
the Bible.
66 of them.
I mean, how do you
All of
choose
them have
just
different
one?
pluses and minuses. Yeah.
How do you choose just one?
I won't force your hand, but one that you enjoy.
I like John.
Yeah.
I've kind of gone through love-hate with John.
Okay.
There's
a story there.
There's a big story. You don't want to hear it.
Okay.
But no, I just love the depth of it.
Yeah,
it's
great.
just fun.
Jesus talks a lot.
He does. He does.
He's got a lot to say.
He does. I appreciate that.
Is there a character in the Bible that you are drawn to, that you identify with, that you see bits of your story reflected in their story?
Tabitha.
Okay.
I want to be like Tabitha. I want to be considered a disciple.
Go look in the book of Acts, read that story.
Yeah, it's
Tabitha's
an awesome story.
Much better name than her alter ego.
Yeah, no, we're going with Tabitha.
No Dorcas.
No Dorcas.
Okay,
No,
yeah.
no. That Pooh Bear will be,
Wesley talks about the means of grace, ways that you connect with God. How do you connect with God? How do you grow?
I am an unlikely introvert,
Okay.
and I like to be quiet.
Yeah, silence, solitude.
I like to close the door, turn off the lights, be super quiet. That's how I hear best
That's beautiful.
what's going on.
That's great. And so you've been here, you said 14 years?
14 years.
Tell me about
I was 12 when I
Tell me
started.
about your call to ministry.
My call to ministry. I love the church.
Yeah.
I love the church. And I think my ministry probably my call started when I was 6.
Okay.
I had a great senior pastor. His name was Dan Jones, and his wife was Ann.
Okay.
And she was my Sunday school teacher. She did everything but play the piano. She was a good person that way. But she taught me, love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, and your neighbor as yourself. And I always thought, well, I can love my neighbor. And I had a little brother, and we had just moved to a new town. I thought I needed to be loving everybody, but she reminded me that I had to love myself first. And I think the church provides a safe place for people to learn to really appreciate themselves. And that's what I love about
That's
it.
beautiful. And how long have you been in pastoral ministry?
Let's see, 2003.
It's almost
Almost 20.
Close to 20 years.
Close to 20 years, yeah.
Well, that's the end of round 2. So cheers
Round
to
2.
you,
Yay.
Pastor Janet.
Here we go. And
Round 3.
round 3.
Let's make it a little bit more local. What do you love about being a Methodist?
What do I love about being a Methodist? I've always been a Methodist.
Right?
So that's what I love. No, I like the way the Methodist Church looks at the Bible.
Okay.
That they really consider the Bible seriously as a way to live your life, and how you can bring your life to the Bible as well. That it's a both and.
Right.
And I've always felt like we were very warm and open and willing to bring the stranger in,
Right.
and to make them feel at home.
Well, I hope we do that here.
Yeah, I know we do.
Yeah.
I know we do.
What do you love about this church? You love it enough to stay around for long enough,
For a
right?
long time. Yeah. No, I love this church. I love these people. I think it reminds me of growing up in the smaller communities that I grew up in Texas, like I said, Colorado City, Fairfield, Henderson. Coming here was a lot like going into that space that
It's almost
I
like
felt.
those entire towns could be contained
Yes.
here.
Yes.
I mean,
yeah. All of
Conroe's
those
now
churches.
like 100,000 people. So
Exactly.
it's not really small.
It's
but
not small, but the church when
Still
I
had that feel.
came 14 years ago just still had that feel of that background and that, I don't know, that old town feel. I love
hear
that
ya.
part about
I hear
it.
ya. So we talk about our mission is to make disciples for Jesus Christ, and our vision is that everybody would experience life better together, a life that's better
Yeah.
in relationship with Jesus and in relationship with one another, not always in silence and in solitude, though those are important means
yeah,
of grace.
yeah.
But what does life better together mean to you?
I was so excited about these words being brought together
Yeah.
because I really feel that you can't know God without hearing the perspectives of other people. You know, I can go into my silence and I can know who God is for me, but I love being in community, in small groups, in our life groups, in sanctuary, and just knowing that each one of those people have a different understanding of the details of God, and by getting to know them, I get to know more about God and the bigger picture of who God
can always
is.
know more.
Yeah,
That's good.
for sure.
And what's one thing that you hope for everyone here at First Methodist Conroe?
I just hope that they can find Christ in their lives, that they can see Jesus in all things, and that by finding him in the world and in their neighbor and in one another, they can grow to love him all the more.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we want for you.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us for Church Folk in the Cafe getting coffee. We'll see you next time. Cheers.